The Gouritz Biodiversity Meander is a tourist route situated in the Little Karoo priority area of the succulent Karoo in South Africa. The route is situated within the Swartberg, Gamkeberg, Rooiberg corridor and runs along the foot of the World Heritage Site of the Swartberg mountain range. It is significant in terms of biodiversity as it represents vegetation from the succulent Karoo, the fynbos and the subtropical thicket biomes. All three globally important and enjoying CEPF biodiversity hotspot status. Conservation scientists have identified 35 biodiversity hotspots around the world. 3 of these hotspots are the succulent Karoo, fynbos, and subtropical thicket which occur on the Gouritz meander. They overlap with each other and stretch roughly from the Great Karoo to the Indian Ocean. The route starts at the foot of the Swartberg Mountains near the Kango Caves. It follows the Gouritz rivers from where it breaks through the Swartberg Mountains to where it meets the sea at Gouritzmond. The remarkable feature to this part of the country is how rapidly the world changes along this route. Every 10 or so kilometers you enter a new world with different vegetation, plants and animals.
If you think of this biodiversity meander that you're driving along, you're probably passing, I would say roughly 2,000 plant species today, which is more than some countries have in total. I mean, that's like, it's phenomenal. So that, and then the landscape, you know, going from sort of 300 meters to 2,400 meters, it's exceptional. I think it's the diversity of the landscape is what makes it so interesting.
Driving on the byways from the Kango Caves to Gouritzmond, you will see more plant and animal diversity than you will see in more than 10 times this distance anywhere in North America or Europe. The result is an unusual concentration of unique species that cannot be found anywhere else in the world. This is to say if you periodically get out of the car and look closer, as some of these gems are not big and bold.
It's a root parasite. It doesn't have leaves or roots of its own. It actually just sits on the roots of other plants. It grows. It belongs to Tom Barry. It only grows on his mountain. When I was a student in 1980 at Saarskeld, we had to go and count the zebras. So I trapped over the berg and I actually collected this thing for the first time and sent it to Kirstenbosch. And it came back with a name that I didn't like, because it's something that only grows in the Eastern Cape. And 25 years later, Peter Goldblatt from America, by chance, looked at the specimen again and he said, "My goodness, this is something completely new." So we went up the mountain and we got this, and it's a new species that was actually only described 2 years ago. Harveia rubropilosa, that's red hair. So what I'm saying, there are lots of fantastic things still that we need to discover. It's not even the scientists that know everything. And a lot of these things are very special and very low class, have grown one koppietjie or one mountain, and that's the only place in the world you can see.